Hi, I'm Dr. Leah Hill. Today I'm going to show you how to apply a splint. For this purpose, we would be splinting either a fracture of the foot or the radius and ulnar. So we want to apply the splint so the bandage material and splint goes above the next joint. So in this case, it would be above the elbow. The first thing we want to do is to apply tape stirrups. The stirrups help hold the bandage material on and the splint on. The next step is to apply the gauze bandage material, and you always want to start from the foot and go up. If you start at the top and go down, it will cause swelling of the leg. When you apply the material, make sure you can apply it as flat as possible so there's not a lot of creasing, because that can irritate the skin. For this purpose, the fracture would be right where my thumb is, in the middle of the big bone there. We want to keep going until we're going above the next joint, which would be above the elbow. We're going to come back down and do another layer. After we come back down, we're going to cut the gauze, and then we're going to apply the tape with the sticky side down on top of the gauze. Again, this is to help decrease slippage of the bandage. This is what we use in the clinic, and it makes a huge difference. The next thing we're going to do is to take the splint. This is a adjustable splint. We want to measure from the bottom of the foot to above where the elbow is, and then you can cut the splint down. This is included in some of our first aid kits. It's smooth on the top, which is great. So now you just bend the material so that the leg is going to fit in there nicely. So the splint should come up just above the elbow, so we're making sure that from the feet up to the elbow that everything is stable and isn't going to move. The next thing we're going to do is take the cohesive bandage or vet wrap and start again at the bottom. And we're going to go up and down one time. This will hold the splint in place. And the purpose of the splint is to help with pain so that the leg isn't moving around, and also helps with blood supply until you can get to your veterinarian. The only place that you can place a splint in a dog or cat is on either the front leg in this position or on the back leg between the toes and the knees. You cannot apply a splint above the elbow or above the knee. Again, make sure that the cohesive bandage is as flat as possible. The last step to apply the splint is to put the tape around the top. We use the tape to help stick to the fur to decrease slippage of the splint.